right, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of the dog-proof coon traps that I've been using to catch some predators. So I set these up. Coons and possums became a big issue once I brought chickens around. So these dog-proof coon traps have been a solution for me that have really worked well. So this is empty at the moment. Someone has robbed me of my bait. So cameraman's going to zoom in and give you a little closer look at this here. So if you can look down in there, you can see that there is a trigger. And that trigger may be a little hard to see on the camera, but there's an arm inside there. So we're going to put bait in this in a minute. And then these are called dog proof because an animal needs a thumb to trip this. So the animal's going to reach in. They're going to grab whatever they're grabbing. And as they come out, that ball of their hand is going to trip that arm. And on the backside, it works like this. Right now, the trap is set. So as that lever gets trapped, this is going to move away, let this fall out, and I'll show you in a second how their arm's going to get trapped. So we're going to simulate the arm hitting the lever and getting popped just like that. So now we're going to take a look inside. As this flies out, imagine the animal's arm is in there. It's going to catch it right there. And now their arm is stuck in the trap and they can't go anywhere. So, all right, so let's talk about the bait for a second before I show you how I set the trap. I have tried a variety of things, marshmallows. I have not caught anything with marshmallows, but I have tried them. But I have had great success with dry cat food. I just put it in a cup or something and sprinkle some vanilla flavoring over it. Mix it up really good. I've got maybe a half a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring in that cup of dry cat food. So I'm going to drop that in my trap. I've got some left over. I'll show you what I do with that in a minute. So now you're going to need a tool to set it with. You maybe could do this by hand, but I would not recommend it. It's a lot safer to do it this way. My tool goes behind the spring and underneath the pivot arm right there. And I simply use it. I'll lay it against my leg for a second here to cock it down. And I'm going to hold this in place. And this arm comes up and rests behind the lever that trips it. Now it's held in place. So I've got my cat food inside, my bait, whatever, if you want to use marshmallows or whatever else you use. When someone reaches in, or an animal reaches in rather, they're going to trip that arm. It's going to fall away from that. That's going to fly out. The spring's going to pull back, and their arm is going to be trapped inside. And that's how it works. So I've got another one I set up against the fence line right outside my chicken coop, right outside their run. This one's set up a little closer to a tree line. This is an old playhouse my kids have set in the tree line. And I actually saw a possum down here once, so I thought this might be a good spot, and I was right. I've had great success here. So this has a tie-down stake that you could take and stake this into the ground. I've actually got this connected to a chain that runs over to the playhouse. So no one can, or no animal rather, once they get it, their arm stuck, they can't drag it away. They're not going any farther than the chain will allow them. They're basically tethered to this at that point in time. So I'm going to set it at an angle to try to get their interest, get them to come looking for it. Reach down in there, and I had a little bit of cat food left over. So what I'm going to do is go right into the edge of the trees and sprinkle them a little trail. Hopefully to entice them up to the edge of my trap and get them in it. So clearly, as you saw when I came down here, the trap was empty. So someone has robbed my bait without tripping it, but that has happened to me a few times. I've also had great success catching things. So I'll link to the actual trap in the video so it make it easier for you to find it on Amazon and buy it if you choose to. But let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helps you. Thanks.